And look at that barn going up over there.
Wow, that's a nice looking barn.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll put some, if it doesn't rain too much, maybe we'll put some roofing on it tomorrow.
That'd be cool. Oh, it doesn't look like it's gonna rain. Pretty sunny.
No clouds out here.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Halloween.
It is indeed Halloween, not when
like
the
your
video comes out. Thank you, yeah.
So we're talking about clearing.
Clearing.
Exciting stuff.
I like clearing, it's fun.
Yeah, well, when we got here, you didn't really want to do that, though. I think you've changed a little bit.
I think it's the process of clearing, of like how it's cleared. I think there's a difference between just going in and destroying everything and then also like being a little more gentle with the land.
That's kind of hard when you're using an excavator and a terminator.
I enjoy when I'm not using those.
Yeah. Yeah, well, your paths are kind of gone.
Yeah, the paths are all gone.
Yeah, but
now you can
fall
walk
anyway.
anywhere.
That's right. That's right. So we can, our goal of being able to see from the house, because the big house sits on probably the highest point. The cottage is not far behind, but the cottage is hidden behind the cedar trees.
Yeah.
So the house is sitting open. And from the house, I think the goal is to be able to see the facilities.
Yeah.
Which would include the starting at the pond, the first pond, to the pavilion, to the tobacco barn. We probably won't be able to see the second pond.
Yeah.
And then to the round barn.
Well, because basically when we first got here, everything's been overgrown for the last 8-10 years. Hasn't really been taken care of. Couldn't walk through the fields.
Right.
You know, those raspberry bushes all throughout what used to be pastures. Absolute mess. And then of course throughout just the normal forest, there is these weeds that have grown up. These grapevines,
olive trees
and thorns. So these real thick bushes basically that have grown up through everything.
The thorns are funny.
The thorns are...
The story.
Yeah.
They brought them in the 30s and 40s to make fences out of them.
Yeah.
The birds ate the seeds and dropped them, and now they're everywhere.
I'm sure there's some life allegory meaning in that, all
that. Life is full of thorns.
Yeah.
They were saying that? Yeah.
Something like that.
So anyway.
So on the property, there's like a circle, basically, of all of the things that are on the property that you kind of want to walk to. There's the round barn, the houses, the cabin, the lakes, there's the lean-to, all of the pavilion, all of these things. And they're kind of in this like perfect circle. And I think the goal is, obviously there's 300 acres here. We don't want to, the forest is fine.
No, we're going to clear cut.
All of it, it's all got to go. We're going to put just towers and we're going to pick our own suburbia, make New York 2.0.
Right.
And so we want to clear out this kind of circle so we can walk places. We don't want to clear everything, but we want to be able to make it nice. So we want to take out all of the weeds, the thorns, and all of kind of the brush, because right now it's choking out all the trees.
Yes.
Trees can't breathe, and all the trees are currently dying. Yes. So we want to get it so that you can see through it, and you can get mowers and tractors under it so you can kind of clean it up and create this like bubble on the property that once it's done, it's going to take some time to kind of clean out. It's going to be kind of a mess. It'll start to grow back and it can be a little bit more maintained.
It's amazing how fast it grows back, like the fields.
It went from this like super thick, rough grass and all of these vines to this like high quality, lush grass. It's
because it was pastures long before it was that stuff.
Yeah.
It's going to take a couple of years for the big stalks from the olive trees, those olive.
Yeah.
We're not talking about olives that you eat out of a jar.
No.
Okay, these are like.
I don't know why they call them olives.
they're invasive olive bushes, but the stalks were probably a couple, 3 inches. And so we cut all those up and those things went flying everywhere. So it's going to take a year or two for those to rot.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, the grass is taking over where that stuff was. It's pretty cool. And in the woods, like where we have cleared, and we got started on that, but we got sidetracked with other projects, the barn, the house, things like that we had to do. But where we have worked, like right behind us here, I think, on the other side of this pasture between the round barn and the tobacco barn, which is pretty cool now because you can see the grass is starting to come back through there.
Yeah.
We need to get back in there before it grows up too much more and make sure that we cut it again to make sure that nothing weird grows up, and, and give that grass a chance.
Yeah.
'Cause once that grass grows, it's like a carpet, like here. And once you have that carpet, the other invasive stuff can't grow. It gets choked out by the grass.
Yeah, and it's a lot nicer. Back in the old place in Georgia, you had pines and poplars, but mainly pines everywhere.
Yeah, pines.
And
oaks.
here there's oaks. You have maples, cherries.
You can see the color behind us still. Yeah, the color you see mostly is the end of the most of the maples.
Yeah.
Turning.
And it's been beautiful here seeing all that.
Crazy, we're sitting here at 72 degrees on October 31st.
I'll take it.
Yeah, me too.
It's not too bad.
Nope. Especially because we're trying to pour concrete next week.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, so, and you guys cleared out around the lake.
Yeah.
I think there's a video coming out today or very soon about using the dam on the lake to build a...
Temescal.
That thing, yeah. Yeah, so, and do a little ceremony down there. So if we hadn't have done that, wouldn't have been able to do it there, and that's a really cool place to do it. The video, I've seen the video, and the footage of the girls building it, actually I was fascinated by the scenery behind it, going up that mountain and those trees changing and all that right there on the lake.
Yeah.
It's beautiful down there. And so clear, again, that's a spot that was overgrown badly. We had to go in there with the excavator. I think we did a video on that, didn't we? Because mower almost went into the pond.
Yep.
So when we do those things and we reclaim, we're not clearing as much as we're reclaiming what was already done.
Yeah, it's giving space for the good stuff to kind of be able to grow there again.
And some of it's necessary, like down around the spring house.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't have gotten to the spring house to rebuild it if we hadn't cleared down there. And, and I really want to get back down there again. And
yeah, in order for us to be able to properly take care of the land and be able to do the things that we need to do there, we need to be able to move through it.
Yes.
We need to be able to get to places. We need to be able to do that. And as we start working on that, things start growing back, and it starts growing back better than ever.
Yeah, there's something too that you probably don't think about that with my bees up there, one of my biggest concerns is bears.
Yeah.
And we know there's lots of bears.
Yeah.
Because there's trail cameras all through our property, and we have counted at least, I think there was 8 different bears. 2 of them sows with cubs. So we know there's bears out here, and some of them are over 500 pounds.
That's a big bear.
A big bear. And so bears love honey.
They love Winnie the Pooh.
Right? Yeah. So where I'm clearing down the hill from the bees is actually good, because the bears don't like to come out into the open pasture.
Yeah.
They like to stay in the woods. So that's another reason to clear. And of course, long term, we're still knocking back and forth what we're going to do with the pastures. Whether we're going to run a few cows or some sheep or some goats or something.
Yeah.
But we need to have pasture to do that. And then we also need to get the fences to do that.
Yep.
And to get to the fences, we got to clear to the fences, or I can't get to the fences to fix them. So,
yep.
And we are to the fences now. We're actually working on fences. Probably can't see it, but behind us we have a guy. Thank you, Rocky. You know who you are. Rocky's lending us his tools for fencing, which make a huge difference.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, everything is good, and we're clearing like crazy.
Just a little Saturday morning cleanup. We've been really working hard to clear out like all the underbrush. So many beautiful hardwood trees around here. And so we've got a couple fires going. Miami's in the skid steer, and I imagine the boys are going to be here pretty soon to help. It's just a beautiful day out.
Roots, 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 roots. It's not a forest anymore. Not a jungle anymore. There's the new fence that the boys put up. There's the old fence. The old fence came through here and it was just built all over. This used to be a garden plot. You can see it. Harder to see now, but if you come down here, first of all, you can see all the black plastic on the ground. That was my first clue. Then there was cheap fence posts in here. And then, come and look. Can you see the ditch right here? Can you see it? And then there's another ditch right here. And then another ditch right here. And another ditch right there. These were the roads. So this was a garden plot. And I think it went from over here all the way down to where that pile is. And this whole thing was garden. And all of these are black locusts. The locusts. Of course, this was full of the cedars, the maples. They have all grown up in here since that garden was here. So I don't know how long it takes for a locust to grow that far. I would probably say 10 or 15 years, maybe 20 years. I don't know. Crazy, huh?
So what's the project today?
Peddling. We're back on the ponds right there, the first pond. So back when I started clearing the land, just trying to get the pastures back, it's funny because I got to right here to this line of trees, and of course this was all 6-7 feet high. I could see the trees, but I couldn't see through them. And I remember coming through with a mower and going, oh my God, there's a whole other pasture back here. So I've been working on this slowly. Clearing out around the pond down there, trimming those trees, those big firs that were planted by the guy who built the cabin in the 40s. So those trees are what, 80 years old? And now the goal is to try and cut all of the branches above mower height, so I can get in here with a mower and get the rest of these. These are olives. They're a wild olive, and they're just nasty weeds. That's all they are. That's what was all in the field. So the idea is to get rid of all the olives and all the briars and get it so we can run a mower through here and keep this mowed down. So we were burning all day yesterday, so I'm just kind of clearing up here before I go on to another project.
Oh, we're burning. All right, look, it's time. Right now you just see the bad boy, but we've come down to clean by the swing, and there's this nice walnut down here, so we're getting that up for firewood because, believe it or not, we use a lot of firewood here to keep all 3 houses warm. So we're doing that, doing a little bit of cleanup, getting the fire cooking, getting it roaring hot, just kind of doing this cleanup as we go through here. It's been 10 years of overgrowth, so we're trying to get it back. It's been really nice because all of the grass is starting to grow back. As you can see over here, it's starting to look really, really nice, but starting to put in that extra bit of work and get us rolling. So we have this absolutely beautiful pond down here, but as you can see, the grass is so high up, it's pretty hard to walk through. It's all the way up to your knees, and to my mom, it's up to her waist. And you can see everything's super overgrown. Even the path getting up there is really overgrown. So I brought the mower down here. We're gonna see if we can clean this up a little bit. I'm gonna have to go through, pick up all the sticks, pick up any rocks so we don't hit it, make sure I don't fall into the water, because that would be a little embarrassing to say I lost the mower on the third day. But I think this is gonna look really nice once we do this.
Yeah, if you have any questions, you know what to do, right? Things, and we appreciate you guys very much. And hey, hit that subscribe button.
That's right. Bye, guys.
Bye.